I don't know, man. The bunny kind of looks a little evil to me. I spent like the past hour getting all the things properly set up. Because every time I change the overlay, I have to readjust the Stream Deck and make sure everything works properly and reinstall the cameras and shit. So hopefully I got it all right. I should be old hat at it by now, but you never know. You gotten all your drops from streaming or watching streams of the beta?
Erend, I'm here.
Watch out! That thing.
I forgot where I left off.
Stay put. Let's see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shield up. I need to sneak around behind it. It'll be a tough fight if I take that thing head on. Shield down! It's on the move!
Got your back, Aloy. I'm waiting for you.
I'm aiming at it!
Look at that thing missing a whip. You need some ammo?
I'm assuming all the sound is working.
A heavy weapon. That can help.
No one said otherwise, so I'm just going to go back soon.
You want to fight the Vanguard? Aloy. Acid.
No, you're out. You're fine.
No argument. Can't beat after round 4. Aloy! Ammo! Now you can
How's your day been?
You want a taste of this? Are you okay?
I don't get that. I legitimately don't get that. That makes no sense. What the fuck does that even mean? I'm so confused.
She's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead.
Also, because he probably wants to fuck the men.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Xenos won't be so invincible after all. Snowfall's blanketing the land.
Dude will literally fuck anything that moves, so obviously he's going to do that shit. I mean, I just don't... I'm trying to understand the logic behind that criticism. Like, yeah, that's the joke. Like, whatever. People are weird.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than...
Yeah, if he were in space, he'd be trying to fuck all the fuckable aliens. Like, even the unfuckable ones.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Is your focus acting up again?
That's fine.
I can take a look if you want.
Nah. Usually works if I just flick it a few times with my thumb.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
Right, there's two of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Yeah, Avad definitely won't mind that.
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
Dude.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
Everyone should trust Kotallo.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
So Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable to me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood.
I think I'm gonna have to get a fancy watch case for my, you know, all of 2 watches.
And now I do. Sort of.
Because we all know I'm getting the
Makes me
Black Ops
feel
one
like I could be
when
useful.
it drops.
It takes some time, but yeah.
I keep hitting this one and dropping it, though. I think I've chipped some of the glass. I'm very bad with things.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. That reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in storm.
Oh, dude.
Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove
I'm sure he did.
And did like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two.
You got
lovebirds
time
over
to
there,
figure it out. It's only
To
September.
be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things. Thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
Brilliant observation, Zoe.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. You've spoken with Katala?
So what are we eating good for dinner tonight, Meg?
Tanakh don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
Oh, damn. That sounds good.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
I think we ordered
Yes.
pizza last week, but man, I
She
kind of
was
just
kind enough
want
to
another
take me
pizza.
through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand.
Oh, just ask Gaia to explain it to you. She definitely will.
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to
I
use
like
the
how
focus to help the process.
differently
It's not
they all
easy.
kind of learn and use
It's
the
been
focus
working
and
so far.
stuff. And Zoe
That's good.
is very academic, and I love it.
I see you've settled in.
It's like,
Gaia
oh
did
yeah, I'm
say
learning
this
how to
place was
read.
good for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life...
Like, Zoe's
should have
definitely
so
learning,
much-
using it to better facilitate the stuff that she already does for, like, the land gods and all that. It's really cool.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life.
I wonder how
as
you
well as
get
our
that
current troubles.
That's
neck
why we have to
piece
make Gaia
on.
whole.
It doesn't look like it attaches or detaches anywhere.
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Aether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line. Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least. And heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already.
Well, you've met one. Literally one.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the
She
Utaru,
caused discord!
they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders.
She marches to the
Some saw
beat
sense
of a
in
different
leaving
drum.
Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before.
We need more musical
And
puns.
while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back.
I might try to clear out some side
But the
quests
injured
today.
kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we
No
couldn't take
pressure,
the
no
Karja
pressure!
head-on. But we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barren
I'm not gonna
Lands
do
when
this
the
with all of
Tenakth
them. I'm
defeated
just
the
trying to
Karja?
clear some of them out.
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under
They
cover.
all have a lot to say,
Then
and I'm
attacked from the
behind.
other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
Door won't open. Guess Gaia hasn't been able to restore access yet.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is that your injury?
You know, I just realized Aloy starts with an A, Beta starts with a B.
Don't understand.
They are Alpha and Bravo.
Some removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a
Heyo, how are you?
sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information about you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look...
Dun dun dun!
What do they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you, does that mean...
Right? She had to voice
I'm
3
not
different
like
characters in 3 distinctly different ways, even though they're all the same person, technically.
On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
I don't know if
When
you've
I
ever actually
discovered
seen her
the
VA.
Zero Dawn
She's
system
super
had
cute.
disseminated into its
Super cute.
subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that?
The Zeniths.
Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
What choice did she
You
have,
told me I
Aloy?
was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise.
Surprise!
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over
No,
them
you don't have to worry
and
about Verbena anymore. She's done.
always do what he says. Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, of course he
Yeah.
does.
I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more
You know, you just willy-nilly just
I'm not
shuttle
sure.
into space and back down at at will, right?
Well, I know there could be more of
It
them.
only takes a matter of
They're
minutes. That's
surviving
not something
the
that,
call.
you know, requires any kind of preparation.
The system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age, too.
You know, I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that. That actually tracks. I mean, look at some of the affluent people in our own society today. Yeah, I buy that.
Even if I were to run, I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. Then I saw you.
It's not even a distillation. It's the same damn people.
So when the Zeniths...
They didn't even have to pass their genes down. They're just
Facility,
assholes, naturally.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eleuthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Vena's dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was
I do not want to imagine that world.
send Eleuthia back to base.
Because they would do exactly what the Zeniths have done in this game. I can't go into further detail right now, but it would definitely be what happens.
Altering the facility's log, so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eleuthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface.
Also, their own cleverness included, you know, living off their parents while they you know, fucked around in a garage for a little while. Or sold their shares in an apartheid emerald mine.
The archive would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait,
You
those
know,
names.
the standard
Those
self-made
names
man
were
stuff.
guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Farrow purged it. The Zeniths have a copy. So it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I
Megan, you
requested
build
information
roads in
outside
your
of my
stories.
parameters,
You've also
my
built
tutors
and
would
destroyed
demand.
bridges in your stories.
To have all that knowledge. Just
You
out of
did that
reach.
all on your own.
Must have been frustrating. Alright, I think that's enough for now.
That's everything for
Can I keep
now.
Upstairs or so how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine?
You know, you probably did just for the search, for the research on that.
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location. Of course not. You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack.
Rude.
Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Of course, I also feel pretty confident that you got yourself put on watch list long before the dam.
Get back to studying.
Hey, you and Erend okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
I think just the fact that I spent a year in Russia got me put on a list. I'm not even gonna lie.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Erend. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help.
I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
I love how snarky they are about his mom.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready. How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Aerith definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap maul.
He's also so unlike like the rest of the Nora. Like he is perfectly willing to learn and try new things and just like go with wherever he is, he's fine with. I mean, they agreed to disagree about vegetarianism, but otherwise, he's pretty chill. He's just like, oh, this is new, cool. Let's learn it.
Training with Zoe.
It's like fucking Dora the Explorer, man.
Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Fuck Ted Faro!
Must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
I just need to make like an alert every time his name pops up.
And they became an entire tribe.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
Every time Ted Faro gets mentioned, just
I've
pop
actually
up
been
the
looking through
alert.
data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals.
Oh, no, no.
Ask me, stuffing a dead animal, anything really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else.
It's not quite what that means, but taxidermy was also a thing.
Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
We saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too.
What's funny is that he's not wrong. You do that with dead animals, but in this case, that's not what they're talking about.
That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
I like later when he's learning about pizza or something, it's like apparently the amount of times it takes affects the flavor.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt?
Okay, and so question, do y'all say comparable or comparable?
The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core.
Right?
Ostensibly,
Both these
this was to
things are
prevent
true.
The weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well,
Comparable?
it
Yeah.
was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic.
That, I mean, that's fair. I'm pretty certain I'm inconsistent too. It's God, what's the other one? I know there's another one where like, depending on I don't know, my mood or the sentence, I put the emphasis in one place or the other.
Search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia.
English is
So
such a
they
fucked
made use of
language.
Cylon's weapon. And now there is
No way.
another clone of Elizabeth here with us.
She had more to talk about. Oh yeah, she
Can't let
did.
it distract me. Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
How is there still more to talk about with these? Didn't I do all these? Let's just go with the ones with the...
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's... not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
At this point, we can only speculate. Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship.
I feel like there's some rule of law that somewhere at some point you will inevitably name a spaceship Odyssey.
Of research.
Fuck Homer, man!
The risks of staying on Earth kept rising. Gaia? What was
I mean,
it?
not seriously, but honest to God, it's like, oh, well, you know, we have this ready-made, like, word that gives us the thing, so it's like,
We exchanged greetings, names.
Cilium, Charybdis,
It was the first of many.
Cyclops! Actually, Cyclops is in here too, that's the drone system that
Listening
changes the
to her
desktop.
stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes.
See, that's also how I know people who do Siren stories, I know they've never actually fully read the Odyssey because they totally get Sirens
I'm
wrong.
glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to.
I've never finished the Iliad. I've never finished the Iliad. I could read the Odyssey all damn day. I cannot finish the Iliad.
The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world. All working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives.
You know, Gaia's look is very,
to
like,
aid in my emotional development.
Neo-Greco-Roman.
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travels.
I think it was when we were reading, because, you know, our English textbooks had, like, you know, excerpts from the Odyssey and stuff in them. I think it was when we were reading that in the 9th grade. and our teacher was absent, so we had a substitute. And we were reading it out loud, and every time someone got to a word with, a little, footnote to give you the phonetic respelling and definition of this random ass word, I would pronounce it for them, and then they continue reading on the next, with the rest of the story, until they got to another one, and I pronounced that one for them too. And I came into class the next day, and my English teacher was like, the substitute was just, like, talking about how helpful you were. Like, no, I just read some words, dude. I guess the substitute was super impressed with my ability to pronounce Charybdis.
If you have time, boys.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called
I
it...
think it was the Odyssey.
Reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores, from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
I'll let you know when I get close to those Grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods. Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
More supplies? Cool. My buddy's looking out for me. Where are the exits? Oh my god.
The old ones created so many wonderful inventions to help others. To help the planet.
Y'all, I can't find my way out of this place.
An amazing thing.
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
Love he's using the strike figures as, like, war map, pieces.
I hope I'm not...
Katala's adorable.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcement.
You see, I love Katalo.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tanakh territory with that Karja armor of hers.
Yeah, you'd
She'll
think
be
she
lucky
thought
if we
she'd have
might be able to
rethought
shoot
that
her
one.
on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I'm mistaken.
At least he can admit when he's wrong. Unlike some people in the
Had a chance
Tanakh.
to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that.
Yeah, people do not give the Nora enough credit. They just treat them as being a lot more backwards than all the rest of them.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have
I think the
been
Nora
helping
are
me
probably a
decipher
lot
the
more,
symbols
what,
that
primal or
shows me
primitive than the others.
So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus. It will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power.
I think they're only one of the few that... I think they're one of the only ones you come across, too, who don't really do anything with the technology. Like, they don't go into the old world facilities and stuff. They're reclusive in multiple ways.
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably.
Honestly, they could probably print the things at will.
To face them en masse.
I'm with you there.
Because much like Death Stranding, there's no limitations to, like, the 3D printers.
Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaru's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
I love how they just venerate this random fucking task force.
Have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
There's nothing new here. Oh my god. Why does this show that there's something... Okay, now it's gone. Okay. We're good. We're good, everyone.
On your way, then.
Did I find... Oh, there's an exit. I found an exit. I lost the exit. There it is! I'm so bad at this game! What the fuck just happened?
I see you, champion. Heard the Lowlanders have been fighting rebels by the coast, west of the Grove. If you're still helping the chief handle those scabs, you might want to talk to Kragella at Tide's Reach.
If I make it out there, I'll see what I can do.
I feel like I spent most of this past hour just talking to people. Yeah, the gossiping is fun. The gossiping is fun. It really is. No, oh my god. Oh, you don't have it. Mm-hmm. Alright, I need to go find someone who actually can't. Oh my gosh. I thought I cleared that. The campfire gossip sessions are just the best. might actually need to. I don't care right now.
Good call. Aloy, I've got some prime salvage for you right here.
Yeah, cool, bro. I just bought it from you. We're good. Alrighty, let's see. What do we want to do? Second verse, same as the first. Oh my god. Why are these things all so far out? Oh my gosh. No, can't do that one either. Well, I've mostly uncovered this area.
Wind's blustering about something.
Oh my god, I can't aim. Got it.
Looks like a lens ramblers.
Ass over tea kettle. Whoa! That was rude. Why are they just standing around waiting to be skilled? I do not understand. Like, they're not moving at all. Oh, now it's moving. One of the machine parts. You probably figured that out, but you know. In case that wasn't obvious. Blue, it's blue. Blue! It's not easy to tell, but it was. It was blue. Oh damn, I hit that. Also blue. Not blue.
That Oseram camp Talana and I were trying to find should be around here. Smoke. Could be from the camp. Maybe I should check it out. That might be the Oseram camp that Tanoth told me about. I should talk to their leader.
More gossip.
Must be closing in on the signal.
Looks like... Have I got news for you, Red? Be careful if you plan on going south. A few of our delvers headed that way after we first arrived. Said they were tracking a tall neck. Why? Never thought to ask. But we haven't heard from them since.
Thanks for the warning. There's a tall neck out there. Overriding it should help me get in the surrounding area. Are you lost?
Spark to steel. Aren't you a jewel in a junk heap?
Excuse me?
Hold the hammer? I know you. You're that.
You do not know her. You know of her.
My savior. Right in the nick of time. The name's Porguff Delvesman, chief delver and leader of Porguff's expeditioners and purveyors of fine delvewares.
What am I saving you from, exactly?
Death and despair, my steel flame friend. See, this grand expedition here.
This dude would totally be an MLM hun. I stand by that.
Here, there's a secret tunnel, a passage of the old ones, lost and then found. Me and half the crew came through first. The other half was supposed to follow right after. But days later, only one man turned up, shivering like a frog in chill water. Only thing we got out of him was that death and darkness chased them as the tunnel collapsed. Died with his eyes wide, he did.
I've been to the tunnel's eastern side. The way was blocked by rubble. There was also a body. One of your delvers, I guess, but...
He would either try to sell you on the cryptocurrency, one of the cryptocurrency trading ones, or the life insurance one.
Refusing to press on with the delve until they're assured a way out of here.
You lost half your crew and you're worried about the delve.
We gotta make their sacrifice worth something, right? And besides, now that you're here, maybe our sand-stranded days are over. Help me get that tunnel reopened, and I'll cut you in on the delver's fee. What do you say?
Was there a Kharja traveling with your expedition? A man by the name of Amadis?
We always pick up a few travelers on the road. A Kharja here, Banuk there. Never learn their names, though. They don't stick around long. But I have a scout who might know. Likes the whole getting to know people thing. He's right over there, chatting up that Kharja huntress. Don't remember her joining the delve either.
Thanks. So this camp, it's your base of operations?
What operations? The plan was to move further south once the rest of the expedition joined us. The delve is right out beyond those dunes. But now the crew refuses to budge until this tunnel mess gets sorted out. They've even given this place a name. Camp Nowhere. I think they're mocking me.
They're definitely mocking you.
I think they are. How did you
Also, I would refuse to move until I knew I had a way out. Like, he makes it sound like they're being unreasonable, but like, yeah, like, dude, I'm not moving my ass any further till I know I can leave if I need to or want to. Fix the tunnel!
Untouched delves of the West. So then I may have employed someone with the know-how for finding and following.
a spy?
Look, if the rumors are true, there's enough delving to employ a dozen operations. But someone has to take the first plunge, establish a base camp, set up a reliable supply route, guard the site against machines.
Figures the Oseram would turn sand into shards, I guess.
Exactly.
What do you know about this area?
Well, north of here you got those vicious Tenakth. I heard rumor they drink blood instead of water. That's how they survive.
What is with the blood drinking?
Death, desert, and the Delve.
Why does everyone think Tenakth are vampires?
Grave of the old ones. Ruins of twisted metal concealed by the sands. All guarded by machines. So fierce that you'll wish you had a flock of glinthawks swooping down on you.
Can you imagine how malnourished you'd be if you just drank blood instead of water, like, consistently?
Like yourself?
Of course. Eventually.
I'll see what I can do about the tunnel.
Ha! My savior.
For the crew trapped here with you, not your delve.
One and the same.
That it? Over there?
That it is.
Right? I wonder what exactly that one person saw that somehow just snowballed into they drink blood.
I'd hate to lose it to the wilds. It was hand-carved by my dear old ma.
I'll bring it back if I find it.
I'd appreciate it. Good luck, Still Flame.
Oh man, I feel that. I feel that in my soul. I'm sorry.
Not sure what they want or where they came from.
Now she's in the wilds, all alone. Forge knows all the things that could kill her out there.
Someone ran off?
Never got her name. Kept quiet. Couldn't tell if she was shy or scared. All I know is she didn't want anyone near her things.
That's for sure. I was just curious is all. She didn't have to slug me.
Your glass jaw ain't the problem, Lugnut. The girl is.
I was just curious, so I invaded her privacy. You know, standard shit.
Which way did she go?
West up the slope. Look for her if you can.
I will.
Careful now. Girl's maladjusted.
Dude. Nass.
Tread carefully around here, Red. There's a Nocter out there. I don't think they're friendly.
Talana. Glad to see you made it.
Thanks to the secret passage through your base. It was quite a sight.
Not quite a secret passage. It's literally just the passage. You go in one door and out the other door.
And you are?
This is Raggart. He's a scout with this caravan. He says Amadis was here.
He joined up with our expedition right before we went through the tunnel.
That dude does not look like his voice.
Camp here, I set out to do some scouting. I also made peace offerings to the Tanakh for trespassing in their territory. Amadis wanted me to ask around about some place called the Rot.
What did you find out?
Most I learned
Well, you can
was
see
that
like
it's
the little
where
beads of
Tanakh
sweat on their
took
faces and
prisoners,
stuff.
somewhere far to the west near Thornmarsh, the Lowland clan's capital. He set out to find it not long after.
On his own?
I tried to warn him, but he was dead set on going.
He does kind of look like a mole.
What happened when you went through the tunnel?
Nothing. Our crew split into 2 groups to pass through. Everyone here was part of the first crossing. Aside from some pitch-black passages.
Yeah.
Whatever befell the second group spared us. Steel Spark be praised.
No, but you're probably what caused what happened to the second group to happen. You alerted it to your presence. The second group suffered for that.
Did Amadis say anything about why he was heading to the Rot?
Afraid not. He was a man of few words.
Sounds like him. Did he look okay to you?
More or less. He seemed shaken when we learned the tunnel had collapsed behind us. But then again, so was everyone around here.
So you're a scout for this crew. Anything I should know about the area?
Where to start? Down south we got a trio of Oseram trying to delve into the ruins in the sand.
There are more of you?
They're the ones we followed out here in the first place. And then there are all the other folk who broke away as soon as we got to this side of the tunnel. Salvagers, explorers, all sorts of daring venturers.
Just how many of you were there?
Enough to lose track, that's for sure. I've also spotted some rebels a while back too. Seems like they've been patrolling the desert. Heard all about the rebellion from the Tanakh up in Scalding Spear. That's the Desert Clan's capital, north of here.
Sounds like you've really gotten to know the area.
It's what I do.
He's a scout.
Thanks, Raggart. This has been helpful.
Hope you find him.
Okay, I'll head for Thornmarsh. Meet me there.
Hold on.
What?
You're willing to go to the ends of Tanakh's territory to find this guy. No hesitation.
Of course, he's one man alone in the Forbidden West. I'm just worried about him.
You're one woman out alone in the Forbidden West.
I'll meet you near the lowland capital. But then, you're going to tell me who Amadis really is.
Fine. I'll lay low, north of the village. See you there.
Wouldn't mind all this sitting around if I had a...
Let's go do my favorite machine. That was such a beautiful shot.
Aloy, it's Kotallo. If you're in need of provisions, I recommend stopping by Saltbite, a village north of the Grove. Their cook's meals give a soldier strength like nothing else. And who knows, maybe they could use your help too.
Maybe I'll check it out.
That sounds like a side quest or an errand. I still don't know what the difference is.
Oseram gear. It must be the crew I heard about. They're tracking a Tallneck. What are they up to? That doesn't look good. I should check it out. Osram used some kind of harpoon to take this machine down. It must have attacked the camp. Maybe my focus can help me figure out why. These are tall-neck antennas. The Osram must have stripped them somehow.
Yeah, these Osram assholes were trying to take down and ruin and destroy and basically murder the Tallneck. We're very upset about this.
A harpoon weapon with anchors? Were they? They were trying to take down that Tallneck. So the Osram wanted to weigh down that Tallneck and strip it for parts. The machines must have caught them in the act. I wish there was a way to climb up and inspect the damage. Unless I take down the Tallneck myself and try to repair it on the ground. It may be pretty, but at least it'll get fixed.
Right? All it does is, you know... It's fucking Google Earth. That's all it is. Now I've got to do the same shit they were trying to do.
Must have set up other ballistas in the area. I just gotta find them. Hello to you too! I bet a ballista can help me fight these machines.
Oh, that's Sancho.
Looks like machines got to this one too. Another ballista. It's got all the anchors I need. There's probably other anchors set up in the area. I need to find them. Use them to take down that Tallneck. One more should weigh it down enough. Machines. I need to hurry. This'll be my stash when I need it. That weapon still has an anchor. Let's use it.
I think it's out of range now. Let's see. Oh damn, I got it.
I've already used that ballista. I should look for others in the area. Sorry about this, big guy. But if I can override you, I can figure out what needs fixing.
Oh god, it's a Bellobat.
Here comes trouble.
Fuck. Oh, no, no, don't hit that, don't hit that. Nope, didn't mean to do that either. God damn it. Oh, God damn it, stop hitting that! Oh! Rude! Oh, it actually has an overdraw. I think there's a lot going for the fights. There's just, you know, different machines work in different ways and make different sounds, and like they're not all like essentially the same with just different skins, you know? No, stop hitting the sack webbing! Got it! I am so sorry I had to knock you down. Forgive me, Tall Neck. I'm fixing you now. That's just cruel, right? In terms of the terraforming, I wonder what function the acid would serve. Alright, we've repaired the Precious. I've gotten good at that.
missing expedition. And clear a path back east.
Yeah, the missing it. This is a Murloc quest. I think we all know that. Fuck Ted Farrow! Sorry, that's the rules when I see his name. I'm not actually sorry.
Tunnel's blocked. And no sign of the missing expedition. I need to find a way to get through. Should be able to blow up that fire green. And rely on my spear should do the trick.
Boom! Found the lizard. And I got the purple piece I need. Woohoo! That sounds like a stalker. What is stalker? I remember there being stalkers in here. This glowy bioluminescent mold, whatever the fuck it is, it kind of is what they use as indicators that you're inside a cave system. It shows up in the underwater caves too.
There's someone still alive in here.
So you're real. Thought I was dreaming.
What happened to you?
A terror in the dark. The world shuddered.
A machine?
Never got a look.
I mean, what else would it be?
We all ran. Everything collapsed.
I mean, I think the foxes and the vultures are the closest you get to predatory animals in terms of, like, natural fauna.
Did anyone make it out? And find the first caravan?
Yes, someone did.
At least, I'm not alone.
Rest easy now. Sounds like something big attacked the missing expedition. I better press on.
Safe. Message log. Data corruption. Partial. Data corrupted. Mom. You get your ass over here, Josh. Josh, I need to get to the safe first. Mom. Josh, no. Josh, we need those supplies. It's close by. Mom. Leave them. Josh, I know this tunnel better than anyone. I work here. There's time. Data corrupted. There wasn't time. Spoiler warning. There wasn't time.
Don't like the sound of that.
I mean, it's from, like, the age of the Pharaoh Plague, so there was never going to be time. all this stuff is still in relatively good condition considering how long it's been.
Brewers. We know of Porker's missing expedition.
Rude. Oh, it's a roller back. Okay, I see. As you can see, he is enraged now.
Machine's called in backup.
Oh. Speaking of, something I learned on Instagram and I wish I'd known about, with Joel, was they make herding balls for, like, you know, herder species, and they just look so much fun. I saw a video on Instagram of a dog, I think it was actually an Aussie, cattle dog, and it just looked like it was having the best time. Just the best time. Like, I wish I'd known that was a thing for Joel, because, man... Joel put all his herding efforts into keeping the cats under control. Like, legit, the cats were a lot better behaved when Joel was here. They were. Yeah, when they go nipping at your heels because they're just following their instincts. I mean, he was never mean to the cats or anything, but he definitely kept them under control. Oh, that was an Apex. Of course it was. There was one time I wasn't there when it happened. My mother told me about it later, but apparently, Joel's nose was bleeding. And my mother asked, like, what happened? Why is your nose bleeding? And Niece the Elder was like, Joel went bark, bark. And Bubba went, shh.
I wonder if my focus can show me anything.
So that's what happened to Joel's nose. She did explain it very succinctly. It was easy to understand what happened. Yeah, I didn't realize how much of that was really hardwired into them until I had Joel, and then you realize, wow, he's just gonna do his thing. He did at least have the cats to herd.
Too close.
Too close.
Well, that got somebody's attention. Sounds like it's coming from further in.
More than 3.
Better get out of here quick. It looks like it lets out ahead.
Me taking my time to loot shit. Tra-la-la-la-la. Yep, it's the Rock Breaker! Whoa! Graboids! Right? I forgot I can do that now. Okay. Oh my god. No, I did not get it still. Oh, come on! I only had one more left to Come on, come on. How is this thing still able to dig with only one of its little digger paws left? Like, come on, man. Son of a whore. Oh, you bastard. Ah! Son of a freaking whore. Dishonor on you! Dishonor on your cow! Like, I could probably end this a lot faster if I would just hop down onto the ground. But I don't wanna. Boom!
Well, that's one rock breaker that won't be troubling anyone anymore. The Othra must have entered the canyon on the eastern side. I better take a look.
No, first I'm gonna go pick up all this loot. I would just be leery that there was more than one, because it's very rare that there's just one.
Those coats must be the supplies the second crew was supposed to bring over. Orgriff said his lockbox was supposed to be among them. Orgriff's lockbox. I should take it back to him.
Also dot in the wall. Okay. The frick? I like how I apparently can't follow this stupid map.
That wall looks like it came down when the Rockbreaker attacked. I must have trapped the Oseram in the canyon. The rest must have run into the western tunnel. Trying to get to the other side. I should be able to blow this up to clear the debris.
The other side, message log, data corruption minimal. Josh, hey mom, you were right. I couldn't even reach the safe. It was total mayhem in the tunnel, explosions and everything. So all that stuff isn't going to do me any good. If anybody finds this, take it all. The door code is 2054. Instead, I'm stuck here with two families. I took them into the maintenance room for shelter. The 6-year-old just spilled our water by accident. I'm almost out of battery. No reception. I don't think anyone's coming for us. I hope you're better off than me. I data corrupted.
Hitting those blaze barrels with fire ammo should do the trick.
Didn't we learn our lesson about blaze with the bristlebacks and chain scrape?
The tunnel should be clear now. What Portif know?
I mean, clear is kind of, I don't know. Ocean would have some concerns about this tunnel. I'm just saying. What was he gonna do with all that shit?
I think I'm back in no man's land. Now it'll be easier to go back and forth. These jaws look like they could swallow me.
Oh my god. Rip, rip, rip! I love the little X's and the R and the P on that one.
Stuck in camp nowhere and throw in some hazard pay, because no doubt the crew will demand it. You're back. How's that tunnel looking?
How dare the crew demand hazard pay for hazardous conditions?
Still alive. For a while, anyway. Turns out a Rockbreaker attacked them as they were making their way through.
Poor Saz. Many roads lead to a Delver's End, but that's got to be one of the worst.
Well, I took care of the Rockbreaker. The way's clear now.
Again, clear is a strong word. Half their shit won't even fit through the way.
You didn't happen to find my lockbox now, did you?
It's just like tiny little narrow.
Spark in the dark. Is there nothing?
How the hell does she carry that in her pocket?
Here, your fee as promised. Now that the threat's gone, I'll have the tunnel shored up and cleared out. Then I can send for another crew, get this expedition going proper like. Ah! Onwards to the delve!
Like I said, he's definitely an MLM hun. He would definitely try to sell you on something shady. I'm sorry, an opportunity.
You might want to avoid going too deep into the desert, especially the southwest. One of our scouts ran into some nasty Tenakth down there, the kind that contain machines. He barely made it back alive.
Thanks for letting me know. Sounds like the rebels are as friendly as ever.
He doesn't seem concerned about that, right? Just like, eh, dead bodies, whatever, it's a thing. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Like, bruh, do you hear yourself?
Some of the crew will head down south soon. Finally get on with the desert.
Alrighty. Good times. Monday's off to a good start. Probably. I like how I just collect skill points until I finally decide or remember to use them. You know, like you do. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. It's always a good time. Always. That's what I want. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you guys on Wednesday or around online in between. You know, whichever happens first. Bye-bye, guys.